Hello, I'm Pete from SwimtheLakes, and today I'm going to talk about the best tow floats for swimming.
Oh my God. Oh, Amorin, come on.
You can see it's a bit washed out here by the lake. Typical beautiful Lake District weather. Dog needs a bit of a walk, so I think we're going to take it back to the shop and continue there. Bye for now. So here we are back at SwimtheLakes in Ambleside. It's a little bit more conducive to filming indoors today, and we're going to continue our chat about the best tow floats for swimming. So here's our range we have in the shop. We've got the Bubble Eco, we've got the R20 and the R28, the Eco15 and Eco25, we've got the R35 Rucksack Towfloat. So a tow float is just an inflatable buoy that you tow behind you. It's attached to you by a lanyard and a waist belt. So you wear that around your waist, and as you swim in, the tow float just floats above your feet. Its main purpose is to increase your visibility in the water. And as we can see from the videos that we took this morning on the lake, even on a dark Lake District day, the swimmers were quite a way out. They were still incredibly visible in the water. It's also a very effective tool at helping you self-rescue. So it's a good shape to grab and keep you afloat. And that just leads to increased confidence while you're in the water, knowing that you're very visible and have something to grab hold of if you really need to. In designing the Puffin swim range that we're going to look at today, we had three things in mind. We wanted to use eco-conscious materials as much as possible, so avoid the use of PVC and use recycled plastics wherever we could. We wanted to reduce and minimize packaging, and we wanted a swimmer-friendly design. And by that, I mean absolutely minimizing any kind of drag in using the tow float. So low anchor points, minimal fuss in the design, streamlined design, and not over-engineering it. So everything on the tow float has a specific purpose, so it's not over-engineered. So when you're choosing a tow float for yourself, there's a few things that you need to consider. I think the first thing that you would look at is whether you just need a basic tow float. That's just like a ball of air. You just blow it up and use it. Or whether you need a dry bag tow float. So if you're going to want to take anything with you, or if you're after a more versatile product, then a dry bag tow float is a very good choice. And we'll just have a look at the various different options that we have now. So we'll just look at the Bubble Eco first. It comes in both these colors. It's a very simple tow float. It's just a bubble. It hasn't got anything else. You just blow it up and use it. Really low drag, very simple design. Got some good grab handles on that wouldn't interfere with your swimming while you're using it. And these are very handy to get hold of if you're self-rescuing or if you're helping anyone else. They're just handy to get hold of. Really simple, low weight. Takes up minimal space in your swim pack. You would choose the color just depending on your own preference. In different light conditions, one looks more visible than others, really. But you basically just choose the color you prefer. So in very low light conditions, the yellow one seems to stand out a little bit more, and in bright, very reflective conditions, the orange one seems to be a little bit more visible. All of the Puffin tow floats you can see here are made using recycled plastic. You would choose a simple bubble float over a dry bag tow float if you just wanted simplicity, lightweight, and low cost. Now, if you wanted to take anything with you for whatever reason, you'd want a dry bag tow float. So this just works like a standard outdoor dry bag. You put whatever you want inside the bag there. Roll it up a few times and then clip it together, and then you just inflate the tow float as usual and just use it as you normally would. So the kind of things that you might want to take with you: you could take a mobile phone inside a separate dry bag, you could take your keys and your wallet if you didn't want to leave it on shore, you could take a water bottle, energy gels if you're doing a long self-supported swim, and you just have to unclip it and you can access it from the water. So it makes for a very useful bit of kit. So one of my favourite things to do is to swim across the lake with a little bit of cake and a flask and have a little picnic on the other side and then swim back. That's just one of the things I like to do with it. So endlessly versatile. And also at the end of the day, when you finish your swimming, and you've got a load of wet kit, you can also use it to keep to store your wet kit either inside your rucksack or in the back of your car. So they're big enough to fit most wetsuits, and all of your wet kit inside, just keeps it all in one place. Now these come in a few different designs. You can either go all the bells and whistles, or you can go fast and light, and we'll look at that now. Here we have the Puffin R28 and R20. The number at the end just refers to the volume in litres, so that's 28 litres, that's 20 litres. And these come into all the bells and whistles category, as I would call it, so they're quite feature rich. So as with all the tow floats in the range, they've got a low towing point to reduce the drag. They're twin chambered here, so if you manage to puncture one, you've got a backup chamber. 2 grab handles, great for self-rescue, or if you're towing anyone yourself, you're rescuing anyone else who's in a bit of difficulty. And they've got a really cool buckle, which has an integrated safety whistle on the inside there, along with some D-rings. If you wanted to clip anything like a light or anything, that's really useful just to attach anything to the tow float. So which size you choose just depends what you're going to use it for. The more you put in to the tow float, the more drag it's going to cause. Or if you're a slightly larger person and you want a little bit of extra backup buoyancy, then you choose the larger one. If you were smaller, obviously you'd go for the smaller option. So really good, loads of great features. All of them are quite necessary if you want that kind of thing. And these are some of our best-selling tow floats. So here we have the Eco25 and the Eco15, made of a nylon material with a TPU coating, incredibly lightweight and super streamlined. So absolutely no bells or whistles. This is one for the fast and light crowd. It's one of my personal preferences. So when we're going into more remote locations to swim, or if we're climbing up to swim in a remote high tarn and you want to keep your pack weight to a minimum, then this is the tow float that I reach for. Incredibly lightweight and dead tough. So if you like lots of features on your tow float, you'd go for the R20 or the R28. Or if you want the lightest weight tow float available, absolutely minimal design with no fuss, you go either for the Eco15 or the Eco25. This is the R35 Rucksack Towfloat. It's effectively a really large dry bag tow float with detachable straps. It's one of my personal favorites because of what it allows me to do. It's ideal for long self-supported swim hikes or swim runs like the Frog Graham Round or the smaller Tadpole Round. It also makes for a really versatile swim bag in its own right. So we completely redesigned the strap configuration, so it's genuinely comfortable to carry. We couldn't find anything else on the market that we were happy with, so we completely redesigned that. So it carries really comfortably, whether you're hiking or running. It's got some great features as well. I particularly like the low profile valves, one on either side. So you've got twin chambers. So if you did manage to puncture it, you've got a backup chamber there. We've got 360-degree reflectivity. So whether you're using it as a rucksack or as a tow float, there's reflectivity on either sides as well as on the straps there. Got the really cool whistle feature in the buckle there too. And the volume is ideal for, as I said, self-supported trips, 35 litres. There's enough volume in there to float the kind of kit that you take for a big day out and not create too much drag. So there's enough buoyancy in there to float most kit, as long as you're packing light and using modern lightweight clothing to keep you warm. So a real good versatile rucksack, however you intend to use it. One of our favourites amongst our guides because we find it so useful, and when we're carrying lots of kit around, it's the ideal size for that. So if you want to pack that, a pack and a tow float that does it all, this is perhaps a really good choice for you, and an absolute must for tadpole rounders and frog graham rounders. So hopefully this video will help you make an informed choice on which tow float to choose and why we think that the Puffin Swim range of tow floats is the best choice for that. Keep an eye out for future videos on how to pimp your tow float, how to store things inside correctly so that they don't get damaged by the water, and how to effectively use them while you're in the water to make your swims more enjoyable and safer. Please click like and subscribe, and we'll look forward to seeing you in future videos. Thanks for listening. Goodbye.